Hello peeps, this is Tango and welcome back to Tango's World of X. Today I will be reading the Verdant Analyst, Chapter 25, Operation Whatever It Takes. Sorry it's been a while, almost been a month. I had school starting and I was trying to manage my schedule. It was very messy. I'm starting to get back into recording some more, so yeah, this fic also just recently ended. It's ended with 27 chapters. This is 25. So there's only a few more. I'm going to probably put these next two chapters into this one recording since they seem to be a bit shorter, but the last chapter will be on its own. So let's get into the end. Summary. Hi. I think I've said this, but I'm losing motivation on this fic. Therefore, we're nearing the end. This is mainly since I don't really ship Bakudeku as much, and it's not something I really want to write. I will continue writing new stories, and I have a new fic I will start posting soon, which will be a series. I will be putting more effort into it, so stay tuned. Basically, this is the raid. Notes. Also, these last few chapters should be better quality since I put more time into them. Also, I spell-checked LMAO. It's a bit short, though. Sorry. Here's the chapter. The briefing room felt heavier than the concrete walls around it. Sir Night-Eye stood at the front, his sharp gaze cutting across the gathered heroes and their interns. Papers and files were stacked neatly on the table, each stamped with the Hisaikai crest. The target is Chisaki Kai, a.k.a. Overhaul, Night-Eye said in a serious tone. We believe the girl in his custody, Eri, is the source of his quirk-erasing bullets. The objective is clear. Secure the child and apprehend Chisaki. What kind of resistance are we expecting? Asked Rocklock, arms folded. Plenty, Night-Eye responded. The Shia Hisaikai aren't simple thugs. They've been preparing for this. Chisaki himself will be the greatest threat. We need to be precise. Sloppiness could cost lives. So we just storm the place and save the girl? Nejire asked. Night-Eye's gaze hardened. Not just. Every move must be calculated. Follow your mentor's orders at all times. If you stray, Overhaul will exploit it. Silence settled over the room, only broken when Mirio spoke. We'll get her back, no matter what. A few heads nodded. Plans were made, routes were drawn, and times were set. By the end of the meeting, the heroes walked out with the weight of what was coming pressing hard on their shoulders. The rooftops above the Hisaikai compound were cold, and the battle ahead loomed over the group. Sing Song adjusted the strap of her mask and tapped the comm at her ear. Static. Then Misty's voice came in. Sharp and focused. Audio check. Ducklings, do you copy? Comms seem fine. Nerves less so, Tango said, with a bit of a nervous tone in her voice. A few feet away, Illustrator sat cross-legged, sketch pad balanced on her knee. Her pencil moved quickly, each line shimmering faintly before fading. She wasn't bringing her drawings to life yet, just warming up. Loud and clear. Cub leaned against the ledge, arms folded, eyes fixed on the streets below. She looked calm, but Sing Song knew her well enough to spot the tension in her jaw. We don't have time for nerves, Cub muttered. That girl is depending on us. Sing Song exhaled slowly, letting the weight of it settle. Eri, the tiny face she had only seen once, haunted and afraid, it flickered in her memory. Then we don't mess this up, she said firmly. Heroes or not, we move in before anyone else can. She deserves better than waiting. Misty's voice hummed again through the line. Lavender and Kit won't be able to make it. There was a Nomu attack in town. Also, I've got eyes on the perimeter. The pros are gathering, but they're not moving yet. You need to stay ahead of them if you don't want to get boxed out. Illustrator snapped her sketchbook shut and stood, slipping it into her bag. Okay, we should go now. Make our own opening. For a moment, the three of them stood together in the dark, the city humming quietly around them. No press, no agencies, no mentors, just a group of vigilantes about to throw themselves against one of the most dangerous villains in Japan. Sing Song tightened her gloves. Let's do this. The vigilante group moved out, and Verdant would meet them there. Cub's heart pounded in her ears as she crouched in the alley shadows. From here, they could see all of the pro heroes gathering at the compound's main entrance, Fat Gum, Eraserhead, Rocklock, Night Eye, all waiting for the signal. Oh my god. Misty's voice buzzed sharp in her earpiece. Heroes are about to breach. North wall is thinner. Barely guarded. There's your opening. Copy, Cub muttered. Her stomach churned with adrenaline, but her legs moved anyways. Sing Song dashed across the pavement, red goggles glinting faintly in the low light. Illustrator followed, clutching her sketchpad like a lifeline. Cub brought up the rear, scanning corners, watching for any movement. The sound of splintering wood and a crash echoed from the compound's front. The heroes had begun their raid. Chisuke's men are scattered inside, some heading your way. Expect contact, Misty warned. Sure enough, the door burst open down the alley. 2 masked Hisakai thugs stumbled out, weapons raised. They lunged, fists slamming forward with a force that rattled their bones. Behind them, Sing Song's voice rang out. A sharp note cut through the air as she sang. The second thug's weapon jerked out of his hands, clattering to the ground. He stumbles as if invisible strings yanked him sideways. Illustrator's pencil tore across her page at the same moment. A gun appeared. She shot at the men. Keep pushing, Misty urged. The heroes are driving them inward. You'll need to cut across and get ahead if you want to get to Overhaul before they do. Then we won't stop, Cub said, steadying her stance. Water slammed into the hall, sharp and precise. Hurricane used her horns, sending a jet that split into multiple streams, knocking the guards off their feet. Songbird dove through the torrent, wings slicing flames across the floor and ceiling, forcing enemies back against walls. Turtle leapt from the rafters mid-shift, and her claws were extended, landing in a panther form to pin 2 thugs to the ground. Her wings flared briefly before she reverted, fangs bared, and heavy breathing from the energy it took to keep transforming. Silver slammed a silver-plated wall between a charging group of enforcers and the smaller vigilantes, redirecting their momentum. Blood Moon glided silently through the shadows, claws and knives cutting down anyone who slipped past Silver's defenses. Blood Moon cut down another guard with anger. I fucking hate these guys. I hope they never come here again. The others agreed with the statement, and the fight continued. Stars spun in a blur, molten plasma fists smashing into the nearest opponents, headbutting and punching with unnerving speed. Azure followed her lead, electrified sticks and water balloons intercepting the incoming projectiles and keeping Stars safe. She ducked under a swinging pipe and sent guards flying into a wall. Over comms, Misty's voice cut through the chaos. Left corridor blocked. Move right and then advance 2 floors up, Hurricane. Your left flank is exposed. Silver, support Blood Moon from the south. Star, Azure, hold the center line. Everyone else, push forward. Turtle's panther leaps distracted enemies just long enough for Hurricane's water jets to knock them down, and Songbird's flames created zones for Star and Azure to maneuver. The mixture was a storm of quirks, a battlefield where the vigilantes shone in their own way, and yet they just moved as if they were connected by instinct. For a moment, it felt unstoppable. The hallway shook from a distant clash, but in this section the chaos narrowed down to 4 figures facing 1 man. Eraserhead was already at the scene, and he was already locked on Overhaul when they arrived. Overhaul's gaze landed on them, cold and calculating. Recognition flicked in his eyes as he saw Illustrator and Sing Song. He didn't waste words. Overhaul's quirk snapped into action. Objects and substances around him began to restructure, disintegrating anything that came too close. But Sing Song's telekinetic assault and Illustrator's creations forced him to split his attention, while Verdant made speedy attacks, anticipating Overhaul's counters. Sing Song's song rose, a sharp, commanding note that sent debris spinning towards Overhaul, objects slamming into him, but he barely flinched. His quirk was reshaping matter around him to block or redirect all the attacks. Illustrator sketched quickly, summoning a spiked barrier between Sing Song and Overhaul, giving the vigilante space to strike. Then Illustrator made a gun. Verdant's eyes tracked Overhaul's movements. He used his quirks quickly to strike and help his team. An Eraserhead struck from above, scarf whipping around, aiming to pin Overhaul. The villain twisted, quirk active, disassembling the scarf before it could wrap around him, but the distraction was enough. Illustrator's gun got him, staggering slightly. Sing Song's next note rung through the air, lifting a heavy crate and hurling it with telekinetic force. Overhaul blocked it midair, but the impact caused a ripple in his stance. Verdant saw it and acted immediately, projecting an energy pulse towards the floor beneath him, using a quirk he took along the way and forcing him to step back. The trio of vigilantes kept the pressure relentless. Sing Song's strings lifted smaller debris like whips, striking from multiple angles. Illustrator's creations twisted and shifted walls, forming spikes and raising a cage that almost boxed Overhaul in. Every move forced him to react, splitting his attention and energy. Eraserhead circled him, trying to get a good view to use his quirk. Overhaul's eyes flicked to him, then to the other three. Finally, the opening was made, and Eraserhead used his quirk, taking away Overhaul's. Celeste shot the man with a tranquilizer, and the man was out like light. As they cuffed the man, Verdant saw her, the girl. She was trembling in a corner. The compound was quiet now, the echoes of battles fading as the others defeated their enemies. Through the comms, Misty's calm voice rang out. All teams, status check. Confirmed clear? One by one, the other vigilantes responded. Hurricane's voice came first. Clear. Enforcers neutralized. Minor injuries, nothing critical. Turtle added, panting slightly. Same here. A few scratches, but stable. Star and Azure chimed in together, voice tight with relief. Corridor secure. Everyone accounted for. Blood Moon and Silver confirmed from their positions. Path cleared. Mini-bosses neutralized. No further resistance. Sing Song tightened her grip on Airy, giving a small smile. You're safe now. We've got you. Illustrator knelt beside her, stone constructs forming a protective circle around them both. Verdant monitored Overhaul's restraints, making sure that there were no surprises, and Eraserhead kept an eye out for all of them. You guys did good. You saved her. Thank you. Verdant chuckled. Aw, is the Eraserhead thinking us? Eraser rolled his eyes at that, but smiled fondly. Airy was now asleep, and so Eraserhead took her in his arms to bring her to the paramedics. The team slowly came together where they had started, catching their breath. The small victories, the teamwork, the strategy, the coordination hung in the air like a quiet celebration. For the first time since the raid began, the vigilantes allowed themselves a moment to breathe, to look around at their teammates, and to feel the weight of what they had accomplished. They had come together, fought as one, and saved Airy. The raid had been brutal, but they had succeeded. And in the quiet that followed, even amidst the smoke and rubble, there was a sense of relief, a sense of friendship forged in battle. Okay, that was the end. I am curious about Aizawa. How did he, that, during that entire fight, also we didn't really get much information about what the heroes are doing, which I don't really mind, because I prefer the vigilantes anyways. My chair is so squeaky, it's really annoying. But Aizawa, I've tried to fix it doesn't work. I need to get a new chair or something. But Aizawa, oh my gosh, what was I gonna say? Okay, Aizawa, he had I'm sure he could have taken away Overhaul's quirk at some point, but maybe not. I wasn't there, obviously. I wouldn't know. I'm just gonna have this be a short chapter, because I think since it's the end, might as well have them all. The next chapter, oh my gosh, that's a great name. Wait, is that a song reference? I think that's a song reference. I feel like I know that. Okay, the next chapter is chapter 26. One normal night is what he'll never get. Summary. Hey, have you heard from Kotsky lately? ... Me neither. Notes. Sorry. What? Wait. What? I'm not gonna read anymore. I don't want to read anymore because I'm gonna go for, oh my gosh. Oh. Wait. I have so many theories. But no, I do have theories. Wait, was Kotsky at the raid? Okay, well, I don't know. I don't think he's mentioned. Oh, also, that was cool that, there was also the Nomu attack going on at the same time. kind of, like, cool just to see that there's other things going on. Because, like, it makes sense that there would be multiple things happening. Because, like, the villains aren't going to just stop because there's a raid going on, you know? Maybe, I don't know. It depends if Katsuki was even there at the raid or not. I really don't know. But I really like One Normal Night is What He'll Never Get. Like, one normal night is what he'll chill. Is it chill or hell? Who are they talking about? One normal night. Oh, it's a song. It's from the Addams Family. Is what he'll get. One normal night, one normal night, one normal night, something. Oh, it's Wednesday, wants one. It is her, I think. Wait, let's see. Oh my god, scare me. Wait. Wait. One normal night is what they'll. That's what. I was wrong. I was wrong with both of my things. One normal night, one normal night, one normal night. Wednesday wants one normal night, one normal night, one normal night. Just one. I said it wrong. I don't even know the lyrics to the song. Wednesday wants one. All I want, all I ask. Yeah, I don't really know this song. I don't know why do I keep laughing like that? That's so strange. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, if anyone has any good Digital Circus fics, I really want to read a Digital Circus fic that's, like, good, because, like, I was looking through them for a while. I didn't find any ones that were particularly very angsty and amazing, and maybe I just didn't look hard enough. I was also looking by Kudos. But, like, on anything, on any website, just, like, if you have one, please tell me, because I really want to read one and ask if I can record it, if I like it that much, because probably I will. Yeah. So, as this fic is ending, I'm gonna start recording. I have a few options here. I think, since I already have the other Psyche K fic, and I haven't finished reading that one, and I have Better Luck Next Time, I think for now I'll just stick with those two. And maybe do, like, a one-shot if I find any. Or if I have one. I think I might have one, actually. I don't know. But, Accidentally in Love is a Psyche K fic that I'm reading. Once I'm at chapter 12, or maybe that's the next one I read. I don't know. I don't remember. But there's 17 chapters, so I'll be done with that kind of soon. We'll see. Whenever I finish that, then I have another Psyche K fic that has 14 chapters, which I'll read. And then Better Luck Next Time is so long, I don't know when I'll finish it. Okay, wait, let me tell you how many chapters. 123 chapters. And let's see how many words it has. Where does it say? There it is. 638,000 words. Oh my gosh! The Verdant Analyst ended with 81,000 words. That's pretty good. So, yeah, okay. Thank you so much for listening. This is Tango signing off. Bye! Oh, wait, there's bloopers. Almost bye. Corridors. Turns out I only had